Yeah, of course I feel different from other young women my age because most 23-year-olds don't have a husband, a baby, and 17 other kids and are running an orphanage. But I'm okay with that. I mean, I know that God has called me to do this. I love what I do. I'm very fulfilled by what I do because I know that I'm fulfilling God's purpose for my life. And I understand that it's a big responsibility that most other 23-year-olds don't have. But I think God, when He calls you to do something, He makes you capable of doing it. So He's enabled me to do it. He's enabled my husband to do it. We've had struggles. We've had things we needed to learn. But God has made us stronger because of those difficulties. Currently, and we are in October of 2008, currently we have 17 children. We've been averaging about 20 children, which is pretty much the most we've ever had. The most we've ever had at one time was 23 kids. We've been slowly increasing our numbers ever since we started last May. Right now we have 17 kids, 4 boys and 13 girls. The girls have always outnumbered the boys. Most of our kids, the majority, are from the Mexican Social Services, kids that in the U.S. would be in foster care. They've been removed from their homes and families because of abuse, neglect, or abandonment. A couple of our kids are from very needy families in the community, like single dads who just can't provide for their kids and work to provide for their kids and take care of them at the same time. Come in and I'll show you around. So we have a couple kids from the community that are not from DIF. We try to work with the parents as well to kind of help them reestablish their life, living room. Get back on their feet, and they're able to come visit their kids once a week. Play here during the day. We have, the building has capacity for 60 children. So eventually we might get up to that number. I would rather keep it a little lower, like maybe 40 children, because our philosophy here is for the children to feel like they're part of a loving family. We don't ever want to have so many kids that we can't remember their names or we don't get to spend time with them personally. Around 8 o'clock, pick out clothes for each of them, and then we do their hair, which takes a while because we do cool hairstyles that last all day. We mostly receive children ages 3 through 8 years old. Those are the ages that my husband and I chose to work with. So when we request children from the social services, we request within that age range. Although we have made exceptions. We have a 2-year-old here currently. We've had a 9-year-old here before. But we prefer to work with the younger kids, preferably kindergarten, first grade age. And about school, our kids just attend the public schools, which in Mexico, there's no such thing as a free public education, so we do incur a lot of fees with sending our kids to public school. There's registration fees, there's materials fees. We have to buy them uniforms, PE uniforms. There's a lot of expenses, so it would be great for people in the United States to sponsor children for the school year, you know, send money for their school fees. We do it pretty well. There's a warehouse in El Paso that donates food to us every once in a while. And one of the grandmas that's here used to live in El Paso, and she knows some of the owners of some big produce places, so they go to El Paso maybe once every 2 weeks and get donated produce, fruits and vegetables. And that's nice. So the kids do very well here. No, I've had any softballs.
¿Cómo es su nombre?
Rocío.
Rocío. And what other words do you, qué otras palabras conoce en inglés?
Thank you.
So it is Sunday morning and we are headed to the park. We usually take the kids to the park to play on the weekends. It's about 10 minutes away from here. And we take all the bikes so they can ride bikes, run around, play on the playground. And there's some skating ramps that they love to climb up and slide down. So it's a lot of fun. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we live in the colonia of Anapra. We live in the city of Juarez. Anapra is basically a small part of the city, but it is one of the biggest colonias in Juarez. And Anapra is considered one of the poorest colonias in Juarez. Biggest and poorest. So there are a lot of people that just recently got water and electricity, and there are some people that still don't have electricity. I know the orphanage, which is a large building, I think it's about 8,600 square feet. It cost over approximately or a little over $250,000 to build. But I think that's a pretty decent price considering how big it is.
It's fully paid off?
Yeah, it's fully paid off. And the land cost us about $15,000. And the land behind the orphanage, which is approximately the same size, cost us around $15,000 as well. But really all that money was donated. This park that we go to is a fairly new park built by the government, built by the mayor, but it's been vandalized. So basically all of the fence around the park has been stolen and removed, taken away. The lights on the light posts are gone. The whole park is graffitied. Even the basketball hoops and some of the playground pieces are gone. So it's pretty sad, but the kids still love to come because they get to climb up, run up the skate ramps and slide down. There's a skateboarding park here, so there's lots of ramps. So it's still fun for them, but it's really sad that something like this would happen to a new park.
¿Qué es su nombre?
Yari.
Yari. Ah, ya, yo conozco a Yari. Yo encontrarte ayer, ¿no?
Sí.
¿Es tuyo muy fuerte? ¿Es tuyo muy fuerte con los músculos?
Sí.
No, yo no pienso.
Yo sí. Yo sí.
Me gusta mucho estar con los niños y disfruto yo mucho el tiempo con ellos. Me gusta estar con ellos, jugar con ellos, que ellos puedan sentir que los queremos, que estamos contentos con ellos, que tenemos un cariño por ellos. Sí. Jugar a las luchas. La lucha libre con ellos.
God gave us everything. God gave us more than we had dreamed of. He really did. I mean, I imagined myself helping at an orphanage, teaching children, but not necessarily being the directors of our own orphanage. So He's really made our dreams become a reality and more. It's been challenging. We've learned a lot over the past year. But we love it, and we wouldn't trade it for anything. Ay, Rocío, baby!